Well, good day YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. So today's beer is my second beer of the night, and it is my second 750 milliliter. I didn't drink the whole first one yet. See, the rest of it's right here. I will finish it throughout the morning, well, throughout the evening while I'm doing some work around the house. But here's something I've noticed happening a lot lately. A lot of these beers coming to the LCBO are in big bottles, 650s and 750s, and a lot of them are 8 to 10% alcohol. And I like me higher ABV beers, I do, don't get me wrong, but when you're reviewing alone and you have no one to share them with, it's really hard getting through more than one or two a night without having problems with your palate changing or any other plethora of things like getting too drunk. I could just drink a bunch of them anyway and get drunk and review, but then I'm not really remembering exactly what I feel about the beer. That being said, today's beer is from Belgium. It's Hopus. So it's 8.3% alcohol by volume. It is a strong beer. Brasserie... Oh. I didn't actually even realize that. I wouldn't have bought it. See, over on the front, it's talking about Van de Brouwer, blah, 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 blah. But back here, it says that it's brewed by Brasserie Lefebvre, and I've done most of their regular lineup, the Lefebvre beers. They have the apple beer, the cherry beer, they do the, oh, I can't even remember the name of them. They do these beers. What's that? Oh, it's right here. Right here. They do the Floref beers, and I hate Floref beers. They usually are not all that great. So I'm going into this now a little sad. I was hoping for something good when I picked it up. I did see a couple untapped comments and had a couple conversations with other beer drinkers about how it is somewhat disappointing, but I haven't tried it yet. So we'll see how I like it in a second, won't we? Woo! Lots of smoke. Lots of smoke. I'm glad I had my hand on that cork, or I would have had those fluorescent lights on my head. Sorry, I know, I talk way... Oh, see, I should have used the Duvel glass. And I knew I should have used the Duvel glass. Like, look at that carbonation, look at it! Oh my god, look at it, it's still making head. Look at what it's doing. Oh, I'm dripping beer everywhere right now. This is just stupid. Glad I have video proof of this because people won't believe me. I'm going to say, hey man, you should have seen what happened when I poured that beer. It just kept making head. Look, it's still making head. Look at it. It's still going. That's not me. That's not my pour. That's just this stupid beer. That's this stupid beer. Let's pour some in here then. See if we can... That's still going. Look at it. It's not like it was. And this one isn't going at all. That's just fucked up. What's going on here? I must have gotten all the live yeast in this pour. Push it off to the side. What do we have here? A little hazy, golden yellow, bright white head. Lots of sound. Smell. Very Saison-esque. It, a little peppery, touch of orange, and touch of lime. peppery, lime, and orange. Let's try it. Cheers. A little bit of straw too. Okay, so it looks pretty. It smells meh. Kind of tastes like a craft version of a cream ale. But it does still have saison-like characteristics. You're getting a lot of pepperiness on the background, a lot of white pepper, not black pepper, just a little bit of white, well, a lot of the white pepper on the background taste. A little bit of straw and grassiness on the background taste, but the front is just almost adjunct-like maltiness. And the middle, almost adjuncty sweetness. Everything that's good about this beer is coming on the finish. And, I mean, good's an argumentative term. I mean, you saw what happened here. You saw the very first pour and the ramifications of the very first pour. I did pour a little more aggressively than I've been pouring into the snifter, but I didn't pour that much more aggressively, and it wasn't the pour as you saw. You saw the, well, I hope the camera saw it, but there was a full-on whirlwind going on inside it, which was forming the head, and the head just kept growing. And now that the head's there, look at it, it's almost crystalline. It's huge. Huge big bubbles. And it's not going anywhere. I mean, this one has a snap, crackle, pop. This one has nothing now. There's no sound left on this one. So that head is not going anywhere. That sudsy head is sudsy head. Yeah. And look, it has its own friggin' gravity. It doesn't really move. The bottom bits move, but the top stays the same. So we'll just move this cup over here now and go back to the beer. Yeah, there's nothing that makes you want, well, makes me want to drink this. It's refreshing. It's 8.3% alcohol. You wouldn't know that. So it can get you drunk. But is it something to go out and buy ever again? Not really. It is hoppy. I mean, that was the one comment I saw on tap that I was discussing. That with a name like Hopus, you expect hoppiness. It is hoppy. It's just not hoppy with the hops that you would expect. It's average. It tastes like average noble hopping. It's very grassy, very earthy, very, well, slight zestiness. It tastes like German hops. That's what it tastes like is in this. And German hops, not always the tastiest of the hops. Not what North Americans, at least, think of when they're thinking tasty hops. Yeah, you give a North American a IPA done with like noble hops and all that, and he's gonna be like, "Why did you give me this? I want Citra, I want Simcoe, I want Nelson Sauvin, I want Willamette, I want Centennial." You know, that's what North Americans expect in their beers. This is hoppy. It's just not the hops that you would normally expect to find in anything with hop in the name. Is it a good beer? Yeah, it's okay. It's probably one of the best Lefebvre beers I've ever had. But is it something that I want to drink ever again? Not really. I mean, if Simon or somebody bought it and brought it over, I'd probably share it with them. But other than that, I just don't care enough. It's not good enough to make me want to drink it. So out of 10, I have to give this beer only like a... you know what? Probably like a 6.75, because I won't buy it again, but I could drink it if I really had to. It's not bad, it's just not great. Yeah, it drinks really well. And for what happened with the head, the carbonation isn't as heavy as you would expect. It's almost like a Coke carbonation, so it is heavier, but it's not as heavy as I would have expected with the head that happened. This beer is fading, like the head is fading, but look at it. Look at what it's doing. Look at that. That's weird. So yeah, 6.75 out of 10 from me. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rhino with Hopus. Bye, guys.